Good morning, guys. And here's morning in beautiful California. And today I wanted to do a part two for this current saga. I guess that's how you can call it. The first video that I made in regards to my payout getting denied was essentially taken down. For some of you guys, maybe that have watched that part one, I'm making part two. Obviously, on my YouTube channel, you guys will not be able to find part one as of now because I filed a counter to essentially get my video back on my YouTube channel. However, the only way for that to not happen and get me back to not get back on my YouTube channel is if they're essentially trying to file a lawsuit against me and send paperwork to YouTube. But essentially they are going against me right now like hardcore. I don't know why, because my very first YouTube video did not have any lie in it. I showed you guys the background of like my evaluation, all the stats in regards to that. I showed you guys my sims funded, essentially all the stats for that, and I also showed you guys the emails. I didn't tell you guys, I showed you guys the email. And now if you guys want to find that video for part one, I've included it in a link in the description. So for anybody that's looking to see that part one, just click in the link in the description. It will take you to Twitter, and then that's essentially where I posted the part one. It's like a 10-15 minute video, give or take, or less, give or take. But ultimately that is what happened from the first part. Now when I made that video for part one, very few interesting things happened. The CEO of My Funny Future, and we have talked in the past as well in messages, came into my Discord, joined, and started trolling me, saying that my video was going to get taken down. And I can kind of go back to that so I can show you guys the history back to that conversation. But I found it pretty funny that he would jump into my Discord. Essentially, this is him right here, Matt Leach, and it's a great video, very well done. I say thank you. I thought I was pretty fair and transparent. And then he say, hey, quite not. They say not quite, but all good. The video will be gone in a few days. Essentially telling me that he's gonna take down the video. And I said, no worry, I know. And I say no worry, I know, because I seen them do this in the past, where when the thing that happened to me happened, I was looking at online to see if there was maybe other things similar like that happening, and I couldn't find any video. But I find a video on Twitter, someone linked to a YouTube video. When I went to that video, I saw that it was taken down from My Funny Future. But that person was not really like a YouTuber. It was probably someone who was a trader who wanted to just release a video talking about the situation, and he got taken down. Now, I'm someone who posts consistently on YouTube, and someone would always share my journey and talk about what have happened thus far, and I'm definitely going to be fighting against to get that video back up. I think that's something that he did not expect, at least from me. But if you guys want to see the first part, as while I'm waiting right now for the video to get back on, you guys can find it in the link in the description. I have tied it to this video essentially. But he pretty much started making up stuff saying you lie, you can't lie about people and expect the video to remain online. You guys can go and watch part one on Twitter and let me know and be the judge for yourself if there's anything that I have misconstrued in that video that can come across as if me trying to essentially make up some lie or whatever that may be. So I just made up, I was just trolling him as he was trolling me. Then I was telling him that I have part two coming up and something, so on and so forth. But it was pretty unprofessional, I would say, from a CEO of a company to do this, right? And this is very concerning, because why would you be going out and taking down videos of people that are essentially giving their fair, very balanced experience about your company? Because if you deny and pay out, just embrace that as you deny and pay out for whatever reason. Now I want to talk about a reason, one of the strategy that they utilize to deny people. So I'm going to use this to illustrate this, because this is something that I found out later on. So let's say you have your evaluation, right? And I was not going to expose this, but I'm going to go ahead and expose this, because I don't want to start beef with any firms, and most of the forex firm are the one doing this type of things, right? And I want you guys to be aware about this and then learn how to avoid falling for this trap, okay? So let's say if you have an evaluation that you're taking, right? Most firms are going to have an evaluation. This is going to be your first step to getting to what? Funded. Let's go FD, right? FD. I'm not that great of a writer, okay? We're just gonna do FD, right? FD. So when you get funded, there's typically a KYC that you must submit. And all a KYC is, it is essentially a way for the company to verify that whoever passed that evaluation is whoever he say he is, right? Let's say your name is John. If your name is John and on your profile you put John Smith, right? You must submit information that shows that you are John Smith indeed. Now, if you get to the point where you pass your evaluation, you're funded, and you don't immediately submit for KYC, Some firm also let you continuously trade until you get to the point where you have a payout. Before you submit your KYC, if let's say in this situation here, when you got funded, you did not submit it. Now I'm going to explain you something. If you fail to submit your KYC in this stage before moving on to this stage, meaning beginning trading on your funded account, the firm can see clearly who's in profit, right? Who is building profit on their account and who is not. So this is what they will do. If you have already built profit on your account, right, but you have not submitted your KYC, they can put you on what's in an internal list called a blacklist. They can put you internally on a list called a blacklist. That blacklist, what it will do is that since you're one of the people that can potentially request a payout from them, once you submit for your KYC, you will get denied. And you probably email them for information and say, well, my KYC got denied, can I resubmit it again? And then they will say something along the line, well, you're on a blacklist or some other BS reason. And then they will say, your information cannot be verified for your KYC, so we're going to go ahead and cancel all your account and then refund you and then keep the profit. This may look ugly or whatever the way I'm drawing it, but in a sense, that's one of the ways that they utilize, one of the strategies they're utilizing to essentially keep people from getting paid out. You do your evaluation, you get your funded account, you receive the credential. Instead of doing your KYC immediately, most people don't typically do that because they let you go ahead and trade in so you can get to your payout. You get to your payout, once you got built enough of a buffer in there, you can get put on a blacklist. And the moment you get put on a blacklist, think of it as like a red list or like a banned list in a sense. Once you get to the point where you're on this list, if you request for KYC, immediately you're going to get denied. And guess what? If you ask for resubmission because this got denied for whatever reason, right? They're going to say, well, you can't resubmit it again because you already got denied. I have worked with Apex. I have worked with TopStep. My very first KYC that I submitted with TopStep got denied. It is not something that's uncommon for your KYC to get denied. When my KYC got denied, immediately I emailed Apex. Apex asked me to submit it again. I submitted it again and it was approved, literally within like a day. So all that they're trying to put here as a show, well, it was because of forgery. I mean, he gave me like 3 reasons, all type of lies. When I was talking to him in private, he mentioned to me it was because of forgery. That was not true, right? He mentioned it was because of forgery when we were on a space with hundreds of people and he was lying in front of all those people, making up lies about why I got denied first time. I talked to him in private message. A few days gone by and then he asked me for my email. I sent him my email. He said he would look into the situation. Did not reply to me until I kind of bombarded him with message and saying what's going on. And then he finally told me, oh, well, you're on a blacklist. What block? He said, well, the KYC company has its own blacklist. That's the reason why we couldn't approve you. And at first I thought he was saying something that perhaps could have been valid. I reached out to the company, nothing. I was on no blacklist. Why would I be on a blacklist? All my documents are valid. It didn't make sense. So when I did a lot more digging, I found that this is one of the strategies that they utilized to deny people their payout. And they've done this in the Forex industry, and now they're moving back inside of the future industry to do the same thing. So this video did not include any My Friend the Future logos or propriety or whatever, right? I did that purposefully so I can have this video stay online. And if they try to essentially file another DMCA on this video, I would definitely take legal action and definitely make this a bigger thing. How probably other influencer repost both series across multiple accounts, and let's see if they'll file a DCMA across 100 accounts. But I want you guys to be aware of this, right? In My Friend the Future, it is not a firm that you guys want to build long-term with. I'm sorry to say this, because a firm that you want to work with will not be doing those type of things. Apex has been criticized about not getting payout and all those other stuff, but you guys will not see Apex go online and take down video, which is one of the reasons why I still hold them to a high regard. I still look at them as a credible company because they let the criticism talk, do whatever they need to do, but in the background, background, they're working on making sure that they can regain the trust. Top Step has been around for 12 years. I keep telling you guys, that's a company that should be like #1 on your list. Top Step, Apex, Take Profit, or Bullion. Those are the 4 I would recommend you guys to focus heavily on. Do not go with anything else but those top 3 or top 4 companies. I hope this hits home, and I really don't want to keep making video about this, to be honest. I really don't. I think this is probably going to be my last video and I'm going to make about this, and I'll let you guys make the decision. All the facts are going to be in the part 1, so please go ahead and check it out. And if you guys would like to see the interaction, you can join my Discord community and check out the interaction that I talked about. It's going to be in the general messages and stuff like that. With that said, guys, I don't have anything else to share for today. This is all for part 2. Unfortunately, I cannot really show too much detail because I don't want to have some of the logo and information in this video. So it gives them a reason to potentially say, well, yeah, some of the information are in the video or whatever that may be. So there's no reason I should be getting any sort of like strike or whatever that may be. And even if I do, and then they file a fraudulent one again, I'll simply fight it and get my video back up in 2-3 weeks from now. But worst case come to shove, I have step 3 and 4 already aligned for that. But again, this is all facts, and I really wanted to make sure you understand what's going on in the background. This is what some of those firms are doing. The Forex, I would say mainly the Forex firm, the one that are moving from Forex to futures. This is one of their strategy. And I'm not going to mention the name of another firm, but another firm that's pretty big in the Forex space got caught doing something like this. And what they would do is that they will hire and they will build bots. Because if you go in the comment section, so for those of you that came from part 1, in the comment section in my video for part 1, there was a bunch of comments coming from page that were like 1 subscriber, 0 subscriber, or like brand new pages essentially, or no profile photos. That was essentially trying to comment stuff that were positive about MFF, and that was saying stuff that was unrelated to the video that I made, completely out of context, but it was just like obvious positive stuff that's just being spewed, trying to dilute the negative stuff that was being said there. And I'm like, how does this connect to the video that I made? It didn't make sense. And you could clearly tell that they were trying to keep a certain narrative going, right, by having those bots going out and messaging and sending those comments and stuff like that. And that's the age that we're in today. If you don't understand how marketing is done, that's how they keep a certain narrative. Because if you see a bunch of people comment under a post saying positive thing about a company, you're gonna assume that the company is doing well. If you see a bunch of people, liking something, sharing something, and you're gonna feel like, oh, this is a credible source. But in today's age, everything can be manipulated. Everything can be manufactured. You can manufacture credibility, and that's sad, but that's true, guys. You can manufacture credibility, but what you cannot manufacture is time. What you cannot manufacture is time. It's impossible for those companies to remain consistent for 10 years, 15 years doing the exact same thing and scamming people. So with that said, I hope this hits home. That's all for me today. And after this video, I'll go back to making my positive, uplifting, and then technical video on trading, and then give you guys an update on my journey. So I hope this helps. With that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.